Imagine waking up to complete silence. The power is out. Your phone has no signal. The internet is gone. By the time you leave the house, grocery store parking lots are already full and long lines stretch around the building. Inside, shelves are emptying faster than employees can restock them. Most people instinctively rush for food and bottled water. But experienced preppers often protect something else first. History has repeatedly shown that during emergencies, certain everyday items disappear almost immediately. Not because they're luxurious or expensive, but because everyone suddenly realizes how essential they really are. So what are these overlooked essentials? And why should you think about securing them before a crisis ever begins? Let's take a closer look. When people think about emergency preparedness, they usually picture canned food, bottled water, and flashlights. Those supplies are important, but they're only part of the equation. Whether it's a natural disaster, an economic disruption, or an extended power outage, shortages often develop much faster than people expect. Panic buying, supply chain interruptions, and uncertainty can empty store shelves within hours. At the same time, ordinary household items suddenly become far more valuable, making them difficult to replace and, in some situations, more likely to attract unwanted attention. In this documentary, we'll look at the first things people often rush to take during a crisis, why these everyday essentials become so valuable, and how thoughtful storage can help protect your family without drawing unnecessary attention. Section 1. Food that requires little or no cooking. When a crisis begins, ready-to-eat food is usually among the first supplies to disappear. Peanut butter, canned meals, protein bars, crackers, dried fruit, and other shelf-stable snacks often sell out quickly because they require little or no preparation. If electricity or natural gas becomes unavailable, people naturally prioritize foods they can eat immediately. Rather than storing your entire emergency food supply in one obvious place, consider dividing it between several secure locations around your home. Spreading out your supplies can reduce the risk of losing everything at once while making your storage more practical and organized. Of course, food is only part of the survival equation. Section 2. Clean water and water filters water. Quickly becomes one of the most valuable resources during any emergency. Even when water continues flowing from the tap, uncertainty about contamination or future interruptions often causes people to buy as much as they can. As a result, bottled water, storage containers, and portable water filters are frequently among the first products to disappear. Having more than one way to obtain safe drinking water provides far greater security than relying on a single source. A combination of stored water and dependable filtration offers flexibility when conditions become unpredictable. Once clean water is covered, the next priority is often protecting your health. Section 3. Medications and first aid. Medical supplies become essential almost immediately during a disruption. Pain relievers, prescription medications, antiseptics, bandages, and other first aid supplies are often among the first products to vanish from pharmacy shelves as people prepare for the unexpected. If you depend on prescription medication, maintaining a legally obtained emergency supply, when appropriate and under the guidance of your healthcare provider, can help reduce unnecessary stress during disruptions. Equally important is keeping a well-organized first aid kit in a location that everyone in the household can easily find. Staying healthy also means maintaining the ability to communicate and see after. Dark Section 4, batteries, power banks, and light few things change daily life as quickly as losing electricity. The moment the lights go out, flashlights, spare batteries, rechargeable power banks, and portable lanterns suddenly become some of the most valuable items in the house. Phones and emergency radios are only useful if they can remain powered. Keeping rechargeable devices topped up whenever possible and storing emergency. Lighting in multiple locations throughout your home makes it much easier to respond quickly, even in the middle of the night. As technology becomes less reliable, another traditional resource often regains its importance. Section 5. Cash and important documents modern. Life depends heavily on digital payment systems, but during power failures or communication outages, card readers, ATMs, and online banking services may not be available. Having a modest amount of cash in small denominations can make everyday purchases like fuel, food, or basic supplies much easier. It's equally important to protect essential documents, including passports, identification, insurance paperwork, medical records, and property documents. Keeping them in waterproof, fire-resistant storage and maintaining secure digital copies where appropriate adds another layer of protection if the unexpected happens. While finances matter, so do the everyday essentials people often overlook. Section 6. Hygiene products. Hygiene supplies rarely receive much attention until they're suddenly difficult to find. Soap, toothpaste, toilet paper, feminine hygiene products, baby supplies, and everyday cleaning products often disappear early because they're used by nearly every household. Every single day, good hygiene isn't simply about comfort. It also helps reduce the spread of illness, particularly when healthcare systems may already be under additional pressure. Beyond personal care, practical problem-solving tools become increasingly valuable. Section 7. Tools and basic repair. Items simple. Tools often prove far more useful than expensive gadgets during an emergency. A quality multi-tool, duct tape, rope, work gloves, basic hand tools, replacement batteries, and repair materials can solve countless unexpected problems around the home. Whether you're temporarily securing a damaged window after a storm or making quick repairs to essential equipment, these practical items frequently become some of the hardest supplies to replace once stores begin running low. There's one final part of preparedness that's often overlooked. Section 8, Why Discretion Matters. One of the most important aspects of preparedness has nothing to do with what you own. It's how you manage it. If everyone knows exactly what supplies you've stored, you may attract unwanted attention during difficult times. Responsible preparedness isn't about fear or secrecy. It's about reducing unnecessary risk while helping your household remain self-sufficient. Simple habits can make a meaningful difference. Avoid discussing your emergency supplies publicly, keep them stored neatly out of sight, and rotate your stock regularly so everything stays usable when you need it. The most effective preparedness is usually the quietest, organized, practical, and intentional. History has shown that crises often reveal just how dependent modern life is on everyday essentials. Food, clean water, medicine, lighting, cash, hygiene products, and basic tools may seem ordinary today, but during an emergency, they can quickly become some of the most valuable resources a household possesses. Preparing responsibly doesn't require panic or a massive budget. It simply means planning ahead, staying organized, and protecting the essentials before shortages begin. No one can predict every emergency, but building a little resilience today can make tomorrow's challenges far easier to manage. Because when a crisis arrives, the most valuable supplies are often the ordinary things people never thought to protect until they were already gone. If you found this documentary helpful, consider subscribing for more practical, evidence-based preparedness and survival content. Thanks for watching and stay prepared.